Live.
Well, hello, everybody.
What's up, everybody? What's up, KPSers? New thing we're trying out.
KPSers.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's pretty good.
It's not bad. I mean, we can probably do better, but yeah.
We'll do better. We'll keep workshopping.
Anyways, hitting you with an early Monday kick punch Stomp-Cast. Or sorry. No, that didn't make any sense.
Monday.
I meant like early Raw preview, but I said early by accident. Late afternoon, whatever. We're gonna preview a bit of Monday Night Raw because there's probably a lot of shiz is gonna go down. I was just kind of looking into it now.
Yeah, this seems like kind of a big Raw.
A lot of things got to clear up, hopefully. And we get the ultimate deletion, which should be dope.
So psyched, man. So psyched. I'm looking forward to this all week. Can't remember last time I looked forward to that shit. Something like that.
Should be dope. Hopefully they give them like a good amount of time. Hopefully it's not like a fire. Hopefully they don't cut it throughout the show.
Oh fuck yeah. Yeah, I hope not. No, I could see it being like a good solid 20,
Yeah, well,
like
we can get into that.
The others were about 20, but yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the big one, and Brock Reigns, if you believe it's actually going to happen.
Brock Reigns, yeah, and then also is Strowman going to get a tag team partner, and we can speculate who it might be.
That one already got settled. That one already got settled. Yeah, Kurt Angle apparently had a WWE.com interview where he said Braun has to choose partner.
Oh, okay, but maybe we'll find out who it is. And
oh yeah, for sure, but it's not. The answer to the handicap or partner question is answered.
Yeah, we got it. So I saw somebody talk about Greektown Wrestling. Is that what it's called specifically? Is Greektown Wrestling?
Yeah, Greektown Wrestling.
Like a new promotion, or
I don't know. It was the first time I had heard of them. Props to them because they totally got me through Foley, right? I mean, it's my dude.
Yeah.
You found it actually, and you sent me the link, which was awesome.
Yeah, I get random sponsors like that on Facebook. Facebook will just throw those ads on for me.
Mm-hmm.
So awesome. I see a bunch of them. Yeah, no, it worked out perfect.
So like I was psyched. I've been hoping to meet Mick Foley for a long time now, since I was a teen. So I was pretty psyched. Good story actually about how cool Greektown. You still there?
You try.
Still there?
Yeah. Okay, you're good now.
It's all choppy.
Right. Okay, yeah, you're good. We'll get to it.
Yeah, cool story. So I misread the Mick Foley meet and greet thing as being part of the show, which started at 6. So I showed up, 5:30, and talked to a security guy, and he was like, "Oh no, man, that happened like this afternoon. Like there was a pre-signing, and obviously I just screwed that up somehow." And I felt like I checked so I overchecked it so much so that I think I missed one of the posts somewhere. Anyway, so the security and the owner guy were like super nice, and they're like, "No, don't worry about it, man. Like, you bought the meet and greet ticket, so like we're gonna hook you up with Mick like at intermission. Don't worry about it." And I was like, "Holy shit, that's so fucking cool!" Like, they didn't even hesitate. Like I talked to the security guy, and he was like, "Oh no, man, it was at 3:30," and like he was bummed like for me.
Well, you're rocking your Cactus Jack shirt, so he knows you're a fan, right?
And like we were about the same age, so it's like grew up in the same era and stuff, and so he was bummed he got the owner. The owner was bummed too. So it was like, wrestling's awesome because while there's money in wrestling, obviously, and it's about money, for most of us, it's about the love of the game, right? It's about like the love of wrestling and the art of it. And I really felt that at Greektown last night, like they didn't it wasn't like, "Oh, you missed the thing. Sorry. Like here's some stupid voucher for some other thing that you don't care about."
A signed picture.
So it was just like the security guard totally hooked it. And so I went up at intermission. Mick was doing autographs again at intermission, just for like $20. But the security guard just was like, "Oh no, man, I remember you. Come here." And he just put me at the head of the line, and me and my wife got pictures with Mick, and super cool, man. So it was super cool. Pretty much a dream come true, as much as I can say that. Because Mick's been a big hero of mine for a long time. Very inspirational for me to, he kind of taught me that if you work hard enough, anything's possible.
Yeah, pretty much.
And also to be a writer, because I remember reading his book when I was 17, and I thought, this guy who's he's on TV and his character is this crazy dude and stuff, and No, he's really brilliant. He was like a great writer, and he wrote this shit like on the road and on like yellow notepads over like a few months. And it's like
Sure.
I was like, if this guy with his schedule and like what his life's been like can write a book, I can write a book. You turn into a writer now. Screenwriter. Both of us are.
Yeah.
Shit like that. So that's just a little personal for me for Mick, but big was a good day, man. And the rest of the card was really good too. Surprisingly, I honestly did go just for Mick, and
Yeah, no doubt.
so everything else was kind of gravy, but there was actually lots of gravy.
So yeah, was it just kind of like you went up to him or like, sup, dude, took a pic,
Yeah.
and did you kind of have like
Pretty much. I had this whole thing in my head I was going to say, and then totally just blanked in the moment because you fanboy sometimes.
Exactly.
That shit happens.
And he pulled out Sacco, so that's not really fair.
I did give him, I thought he was actually doing a really funny thing where he had Sacco on one hand, and that was the only hand he'd use to like high five or shake people's hands, because it was like, you don't want to get all those germs, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was very cool, man. Very cool. Got some pictures, put one up. And he guest GM'd the night too, so they sold it as he booked the card, which I mean, whatever. But totally he had like two segments where he came out and interacted with RJ City, who was definitely my highlight of the night, aside from Mick.
So is that guy Canadian?
I think so. I haven't really looked into him all that extensively. I know he does like the circuit up here, like he does the Northeast circuit, because I've seen him on Twitter. I've followed him on Twitter for a little while. I think he used to be managed by, was it Josh Eisenberg from used to be on WrestleZone, and now he's on Wrestling Inc. He's like a journalist guy. And so I've seen him like here and there, but it never really stuck. And I've never seen him live until last night. And man, that guy is really good.
Yeah,
like RJ City, he's really, really good. He had a whole mic segment with Mick, and he totally held his own. Like, he didn't get dwarfed in the ring on the mic by Mick. His whole gimmick is that he's not just a wrestler; he's an actor and a musician and a multi-threat talent.
Okay.
So Mick challenged him to sing, and he has a very, very beautiful singing voice. I must say, that's not a gimmick, man. That's not a gimmick. He is a multi-threat. And then him and Mick danced a bit, and then he took the mandible claw at the end of the night.
So, he probably asked for that too.
He did.
Like,
yeah.
Do it. Fucking do
so they did this thing where they ran like their champ had to like vacate the title, so they ran 4 matches to qualify for a fatal 4-way for the belt.
That was on that card?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
So that was all last night. So RJ City wrestled twice, because he wrestled like to get in, and then in the finals, Space Monkey too.
Yeah,
he's been on my personal list for a while. Who faved the tweet. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's dope, man. Like, it's a bit of comedy stuff, obviously, but it's like, it was gold. Like, he has a tail on his outfit, and they worked it into the match. It was like the whole gimmick was like the guy stomped his tail, and then he like protected his tail and shit like that.
That's
almost died though. Missed like pretty gnarly crash on moonsault, or monkey salt, he calls it. He kind of didn't get all the way over, and then like slid off the guy too, and he kind of crash landed on his like head and shoulder. Then they booked, and it was funny too, because like they like he won the match on, I think it was like a roll up or a moonsault or something again, but then he was wrestling like this big muscular guy whose name escapes me, but he was the Walking Weapon. Like a amateur wrestler.
That's my new favorite guy.
Awesome indie gimmick. You would like him. So he did your classic heel thing of lose to the face and then attack him after the match and beat him down and injure him, right? So they ran injury angle with Space Monkey like 2 minutes after he like legitimately almost died. So it was like, it seemed a little unnecessary, because we all kind of felt like he was probably already injured, you know? But you go with it. So yeah, then a stable called the Fraternity. I'm not sure if they're a tag team or a stable, but there were at least 2 dudes there.
Question: are they pretty much like the cooler version of the Mean Street Posse?
Yeah.
Nice.
They said they were from up the street. The Fraternity from up the street.
What does that even mean?
In Toronto, they're local boys, right? But they're cool. They're like baby faces. They come out like kind of workout gear and like headphones and like hats and shit. Like they're just coming home from the gym.
Nice.
Kind of thing. You like them. They're more for you, I think. More for you.
Yeah, definitely. I'd have to check them out.
But they were pretty cool, pretty over. I saw everybody was wearing their shirts. Like it's this kind of F thing, and like probably like a good quarter of the building was wearing these fraternity shirts.
I
It was
might have
pretty
to
dope.
try and buy one of
Um,
these.
they actually faved the tweet of the live stream here, so shouts to
That's what
the
I
fraternity.
saw. Yeah, see, I
Yeah,
thought they were just like a podcast or something when you brought it up before, but I
yeah,
didn't realize they're actually wrestlers. That's awesome.
yeah. Pretty good little crew, man. Yeah, shouts to Greektown, man. Like it was good times. The Fatal Four Way at the end of the night was super dope. Like there was a table spot. There was
Nice.
what was it? A tope from the balcony to the floor.
Shit.
It was dope, man. Like it was seriously good indie wrestling. There was a spot in the middle where because it was a hardcore match because Mick came out and made it a hardcore match because hardcore legend.
He has to.
Um,
His contract.
so there was a tax spot, right? Dude poured out tax, and so there was a tax spot. It was kind of gross, as tax spots are.
I've never seen that live before.
RJ said he hops in the ring with a broom, and he's like, he looks to the other guy. Sorry, I forget his name too. Playboy. His name was Playboy in pink tights, and he's all cut. And he's like, me and you, we're two good-looking men. We don't have to do this, man. We don't have to do this. And he pulls out a broom, and they proceed to sweep every single tack out of the ring for like seriously the next 2 to 3 minutes, like straight up brushing, brooming, and he's like, they're looking around and they're making sure and shit. It was amazing, man. In the middle of the fucking match. They got all the tacks out of the ring so that they could actually have some, they could actually finish the match because that shit was like 5 minutes in. And I tweeted this out too. My chair, I got pushed out of my chair, and dude used it as a weapon, which is like a very long time wrestling dream, I think, for every wrestling fan. When you go to an indie show, that you get knocked out of your seat and it gets used as a weapon. It was like a multi-threat weapon too. Like Buddy picked it up, nailed Buddy with it, got reversed, sat in the chair, got chopped. It was great, man. It was like
I saw that. I saw you posted that. Or you sent it to me.
Yep.
That was your chair? No way.
That was my chair, man. That's my chair. I'll put it up on the Twitter. Forgot to. I meant to last night. And then I just, picked it up, sat back down, and it was kind of busted. It was awesome.
That's sick.
Little, very, very good night of indie wrestling, man. And Mick came out. Their championship seems to be a trophy instead of a title.
I saw that. Okay.
Yeah, so it's the Greektown Cup seems to be their title. I kind of like going into these indie events blind. Like I don't really like to do a shit ton of research. Like I just want to kind of be like, impress me. Somebody. I don't want to expect people and stuff. So definitely RJ City, man. Huge highlight. Space Monkey was dope. Micker, obviously.
How would you compare it to Super Kicked? Because we went and saw Super Kicked a couple months ago.
I would say like similar. Maybe a little less like polish. A little more indie.
The Greektown one?
Yeah.
Well, it looked like it was in like a gymnasium or something. Eh?
It was in a church.
Oh shit!
It was in a church. It was in the United Church. It was on the basketball floor of the United Church, which was awesome.
That's hilarious.
Because I went in there and I was like, "You guys got an ATM?" And they're like, "It's a church." No, we don't.
Were they selling beer?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can drink beer.
I had enough cash. It was okay. That's what I thought too. Like you can drink beer. But apparently next Greektown's coming up in June. So
it's quite a ways away.
I think we'll attend again because they were super cool about hooking up the Mick meet and greet, even though I missed it. Dope card. Lots of fun. The ring announcer was awesome too. Shouts. I forget his name. He introed himself at the start of the night. He was awesome, hyping the crowd, walking around. He was hanging out. Like I sat near the entrance, and like when he came out, and he was hanging out around there most of the night. So it was cool. I got a little like he was kind of running the show and like and stuff, and being the ring announcer and doing the social media, and it was like cool to see him kind of do that whole process like right there.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, Jimmy Corderas was there too.
Oh, Jimmy! Oh man, I've been meaning to like tweet him.
Yeah, he was standing like just a few feet away too, and he came in and did like a raffle thing. It was cool, man. They all seem to be like the Toronto indie wrestling scene seems to be kind of a small town. Like everybody knows each other. Yeah, everybody's cool with each other. So it's nice to kind of go to more indie shows and get into it more.
Well, like you were saying too, once it gets nicer, and now it's starting getting nicer out. It's not cold. Yeah. I'll be more inclined to.
It was already like that yesterday. It was like I was standing in the line outside, and it wasn't that bad. Like it wasn't deaf, and I was like, good, more of this, less stuff. Toronto's tough, man. Like we ain't like Cali going to PWG shows and shit. You gotta play Braves and Blizzards and stuff. Like The last Smash one we went to, it was like a serious blizzard outside.
Oh yeah, at the Phoenix Concert Theater.
Yeah.
Are you talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. It was that one.
Yeah, I didn't go to that
Freezing,
one.
man. So cold. So yeah, we roll hard up here, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, shouts to Greektown. We'll be back for sure. Do it the whole squad this time.
Yeah,
Next time.
definitely. Yeah, we'll have to like. I was looking too. Like Toronto's got, like you said, quite a few indie shows going on. So they're kind of
Yeah, we'll do
spreading
our
out
part,
some
man.
stuff.
This summer we'll blaze through most of Toronto. We'll give you pods about them, and hopefully give a shine to some of these cool little wrestling promotions. Because like I said, we all love wrestling. We all love like the art of it, and it's it's like nothing else in the world, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It goes packs a couple hundred people into a church gym,
Yeah,
and fights for 3.5 hours. It's amazing. I love wrestling, and yeah, so I love indie wrestling. We'll do more of it this summer. So
yeah,
shows.
I'm 100% down.
Shows.
Maybe we'll get on the show at one point to keep you guys.
Yeah, man. Well, we'll a lot of these guys were faving retweeting stuff. So
yeah, so I have to get them
Interact.
on the pod.
Yeah, they have a meet and greet after too. They said
cool.
people were like going to hang out at a bar, stuff like that.
Oh,
but
no way.
I was tired. I'm old. I went home.
Yeah. Damn, yeah.
But yeah, good shit, man. Would highly recommend. Go support your local indie because it's fun.
Yeah.
And these guys need money and work. Who wants to go to a real job, man? Let people be wrestlers. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, if only there was a calendar too that existed to kind of give you more of a heads up on when things are coming out. Yeah,
that's true.
Maybe somebody
working on it
someday. Copyrighted.
Copyrighted.
So yeah, that's a Greektown. So I guess we can hop into Raw then now, because Raw's about to start in about an hour and a half.
Yeah, and it'll be like we were saying off the top here, pretty impactful Raw probably.
Yeah, I was looking kind of like going through the preview, what we could see, and just kind of going off the top of my head of what happened last week. Like you said, we might be getting finally a confrontation between Brock and Reigns, which
I still think we won't.
I think we won't either. I still think they need to do like something where it's like maybe Brock shows up when Roman isn't there because he's suspended, or like you tweeted out the whole Roman doing the Zamboni spot, which could be hilarious.
I would love that.
But I want to see real maybe we get a video package before Raw starts, or as soon as Raw starts, and they're like Reigns supposed to be suspended, but he attacked Lesnar like in the parking lot or something, or confronted him.
That'd be great. I think they do that live.
Oh, Brock like shows up in like his limo. Would Brock drive a limo, or would he pull up in his
Hummer or some shit?
Yeah,
whatever they can smash.
Yeah,
whatever they want to smash that night.
So yeah, I think they need to do something like that, where it's like I don't want to see them in the ring talking to each other because Roman, like it's gonna be Roman just talking to Paul, and Paul can't. Brock, Roman's gonna call Brock a bitch. Brock's gonna tell him, you ain't shit.
I've seen that shit. Like it feels like yesterday. I know it was 3 years ago. But even when Roman was standing there giving that shit to Heyman last week, it felt really stale, man.
Just keeps calling him bitch. Like
it didn't feel big fucking rebel hero Roman Reigns. So I'm gonna keep referring to him as rebel hero Roman.
Yes.
All the way through Mania, with his HR problems that he's having here, of like getting suspended and having to go home and think about his actions and come back with a better attitude. And he goes, "Yes, sir," and goes home like a good boy.
Attitude.
Like for God's sakes, Roman. Like it'll totally be some kind of run-in spot for sure. Like it's the Zamboni. I don't know if it'll be a Zamboni, but it is the Zamboni. It is the beer truck, the milk truck, the Zamboni. It'll be some bullshit like that. If Raw opens and there's no ramp, I fucking guarantee a vehicle entrance. Because they always pull that shit when they're gonna drive something in. They come open and it's just like sitting on the concrete floor, and you're like,
I never even noticed that.
Thumbs up. Yeah, man.
Smart.
It's a big tell. So if they open up and there's no ramp,
there's a car coming. I was just thinking too. Oh yeah. The idea that like Roman, when gets like face to face with Vince, just kind of like takes his lick and leaves. Like, oh, I'm suspended, big deal. Then you got somebody like KO, who just fucking headbutts the shit out of him. Beats the fuck out of him. It's just like Vince is just like, yeah, it's cool. Like I don't care.
Well, I just like the last time that Vince and Roman interacted on TV wasn't Roman. Yeah, wasn't Roman Superman punching him off the apron and winning the WWE title?
That's true, but he did get kicked in the dick.
Right? But I mean, that's their last kayfabe interaction. Is they were literally fighting, and now it's like
he's just like giving him a little talking to.
I was reading something on Reddit the other day that like which I totally agreed with, which was the only way Roman will ever get over is if like the fans don't see him as Vince's boy anymore.
And he screwed himself by saying that Brock was Vince's boy.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what they're doing. But like, it'll have to be this like meta kayfabe thing where like maybe they do actually hand the torch to someone else because people just won't accept Roman. That's when Roman will ironically actually get over.
But the thing is, they kind of did that with Seth.
I don't know. Like
He was a heel. They didn't really hand the torch to him, but
they haven't handed the torch to anybody really since Cena. To be fair,
I guess, yeah.
Like it's the torch is kind of hanging there. Like Lesnar's holding it right now, but he it's a transitional torch holder.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And like Roman's gonna grab it, but I think it's too hot for him, man. And when he drops it, someone else is gonna pick it up, and it might be Dean, it might be Seth, it might be Finn, but it's gonna be fucking somebody. And
sorry, go ahead.
And I don't see him being the guy, and that's when he'll get there. Is when he's not seen as the chosen one.
I was gonna say, who's gonna pick it up, and we can transition with this Samoa Joe, because he's gonna be Braun's tag team partner.
Oh, I'd fucking love that. Man, I've seen that theory floated too, and that would be so good. Like, sick. So good and perfect. Like the World Destroyers, Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe. That's so scary.
Yeah.
That's scary. That's legit scary. Like if you met those dudes in an alley, like you would be scared. You would be terrified.
Yeah.
Because if you met one of them, you'd be terrified. It's kind of the same with Cesaro and Sheamus. Those dudes are legit terrifying too. They're huge, right?
Come on. I don't know. I'm going based off of like you see a guy like
Sheamus comes up to you and he's like, "Hey, bro, you want to fight?" Yeah, okay, you're not shook. Sure,
I wouldn't fight, but I'm saying like if I like you're saying see somebody in an alley, it's like if I saw like Samoa Joe, that guy just looks intimidating. But somebody like Sheamus, like he looks goofy. Like Roman Reigns doesn't look like an intimidating guy, but like Samoa Joe, like we say, like you know what I mean. Like I'm going in terms of
Sheamus has a hat on and he's not rocking the mohawk. Okay, so you can't tell he has a mohawk.
Goofy to me though. He's just pale ginger.
Cesaro though,
you'd be like, "Hey,
they're huge, man. These dudes would tower over you.
He's tall, like he's 6'4", right? And he's a big guy, but I'm just saying, more of like fearing for my life. Sheamus, sure, he could kick my ass, but Samoa Joe would legit murder me.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like in terms of that,
break your neck like a ninja.
Yeah, like he wouldn't even hesitate to just like murder me.
Yeah,
whereas, like
aside from. I mean, I really want Samoa Joe. I don't feel like it's going to be Samoa Joe, though. I feel like it's going to be alive.
Static?
No.
Are you hearing that static?
No. I'm good.
I'm hearing mad static.
I hear it now.
Oh, what the fuck that is?
Still?
Yeah, I'm getting mad static.
I don't know, man. I haven't heard anything different.
All right.
Can you still hear me?
Can you hear that?
I can now, yeah. Whatever you're doing, I can hear it.
Well, I took my headphones out.
Oh, I don't know why.
It's not good. That's going to be annoying.
You want to start again?
What's that?
You want to start a new stream?
Yeah, I guess we can just wrap it on the This is the Greektown Raw 1 Part 1.
There we go.
We'll come back with Part 2. Yeah.
There we go. If our audio technical difficulties.
Yeah. All right.
Are okay.
Yeah. End of Part 1. See you then. Bye.